To touch it, it feels rough and wiry, not soft at all. It feels like it's lost its softness.
It is coarse and rough and stiff.
I've always wondered where these clothes I'm making are actually going, and who's buying them. I put my heart and soul into getting up every morning, to catch a train down to the factory, to spend hours on t-shirts I'll never see again. I really do hope whoever's buying them gets good use out of them. I have to wear the same t-shirt, leggings and flip-flops every day. I live with my mum, my brother and my grandma in a flat on the edge of the city. It's not the best, but Mum says you have to work hard, so we might as well learn to love it. As a family, we don't have much, but I'm still at home so I can earn enough money to pay for my brother's school and my grandma's education. Sometimes, me and my mum have to go a full day without anything, maybe just some rice. The factory is awful. It's crammed, it's stuffy, and it's hard not to fall asleep. We have to get up at 6 a.m. to get here on time, and then it's non-stop work until we're let out at 9. You know, I'd love to travel the world and see all our fashionable clothes and who's buying them. 1, 2, 3.
Boring.
4, 5, 6.
I can find something better.
7, 8.
Basic.
9. 10 silk dresses to Topshop England.
Oh, yes, please. Topshop do the nicest silk dresses.
All these clothes going to different countries.
Oh, I'm so bored of all these new clothes.
Yet I have to wear the same clothes day in, day out.
Everything looks the same in the shops.
I mean, it's so hard keeping up with all these stock demands.
I swear, there hasn't been a new stock in like 2 weeks.
Who could possibly need new clothes every 2 weeks?
Ugh, I need new clothes.
I need new clothes.
I don't understand the problem with me buying clothes. It's my money. Well, actually it's my dad's. But still, I can do what I want. Everyone keeps talking to me about fast fashion, but I don't even know what that is. I don't care either. My whole Instagram is based around clothes, so how else would I have so many followers? I have 2,000, the most at school. But I want more. I love it when brands give me clothes to promote, and it'd be rude not to share them just because of fast fashion. More followers, more clothes. Simple.
It's human nature.
My favourite jumper is smooth to touch. Smooth on the outside, but soft on the inside.
I can't believe there's no jobs again. None of these websites have anything new anywhere. Maybe there's another website to look on. Ah, okay. Now I just make myself an account and find a job. Simple, right? There must be something. Name, Elijah. Age 17. And job type, where is it? Retail. And create account. That should be okay. Nothing? Really? Again? I just want this coronavirus thing to go away so I can find a job and depend on myself for once. Why can't I just find a job so I can finally move out of this place? I don't have money for college, to pay for university, to buy a house. I don't even have money to buy my own food. Please let there be a job opening soon. I can't find a job. It's so hard to find work in retail.
What are you talking about? It's easy to find work in mills.
There's no chance with the current pandemic.
Right. Well, how do you survive then? Everyone needs pennies. Everyone needs to earn.
Well, I rely on my parents for money.
Oh, my parents were taken by flu. I were orphan when I was 9.
The flu? Do you mean coronavirus?
Coronavirus? What's that? I've never heard of that.
How have you not heard of it? Have you been living under a rock? All you need to know is it's ruining my chances of finding a job. It's all the news has been talking about, and we've been in lockdown for 4 months.
Lockdown? Look, you can walk into any mill around here and find a good job with good pay, I tell you.
Well, where do you work? I'm on my way.
Lister's Mill, the biggest silk factory in the world.
I live there. Are you from the 1800s or something? Because there's no jobs here.
What? Yes. It's the 6th of August, 1840.
No. Today is the 6th of August, 2020.
What?
What?
Look, I don't know where you're from or how you got here, but let me tell you what life is like for me. What am I going to do for tea tonight? Even if I can get my hands on summer, it'll be nothing new. My hands are sore. That's another thing to sort. If I continue working in these dreadful conditions, with these weak and broken hands, I'll never survive. I'm for it, I tell you. Work till I bleed, I do. Exhaustion is my only enemy, yet it always seems to linger. Most nights I eat scraps. It just seems that ever since my dad and then my mum were taken by the flu, I've been left to fend for myself. Dave the milkman seems to have my back though. You see, he knew my parents, well, my mum at least, and he sort of just feels like a friend to me now. You know, looks out for me. He even delivers us free milk sometimes. I suppose that's a bonus. I was orphaned at the age of 9. Ever since, I've been living with Jeanette and Robert and the younger child, Peter. Oh, what a pain he is. Never seems to stop screeching for attention. Our house is small, stuffy, and cosy, to say the least. My pay's not too bad at mill, you know. It was either that or something else like secretary work or shop work. Fancy me doing a posh job like that? I don't think so. I was assigned to work with wool. It's been like that ever since. It's dangerous work I do though. I saw a lad only this big. Cut his arm open on looms. Blood gushed everywhere. His face turned white as a ghost. Knocker-upper gets us up every morning at 5 a.m. Then the day begins. By the end of it, I'm exhausted. Work, work, work I do. It just seems like there's no other way out. It feels fluffy, but there are bumps.
It's been through the walls. There are threads hanging loose.
But it is an old blanket. It was my great-grandmother's. You'd expect it to be rough.
But it is still very soft. A long time ago, my ancestors formed a clothing brand. Throughout all the generations, it's been passed along and now it's finally been handed to me. It used to just be a small, pathetic little company, but now it's worldwide. The clothes we sell are only made from the finest, rarest material, making them top-notch. The clothes are silky and high quality, making the business professional. When people wear my clothes, I want them to feel happy and confident in them. I'm so happy I made my ancestors' dreams of being a worldwide company come true. I worked years of 12-hour long days working on the shop floor, helping with the packages when they needed me, just to ensure I saw this company succeed. I'm sure my ancestors are very proud.
You're wrong. Me and Father never wanted to be what you made it.
But we're operating worldwide now. In your time, you've never been able to do this.
We didn't want it to be worldwide. We wanted to keep it local. We didn't want the town to become all these clone stores. We didn't want it to be produced on a mass level.
I've worked hard to get to where I am now. I've been where you are and I've worked on the shop floors.
You just can't relate. You've never known where your last meals come from. You're living in privileged times.
But I've worked hard to bring this business to success. We caught a break and we ran with it. Don't tell me you wouldn't have done the same.
You say you're producing quality clothing, but do you even know where your clothes are coming from? We stamped ours with made in Huddersfield. For people to wear it with pride. Our clothes are made with love.
Our clothes are still designed with love. We may not be the ones to make them anymore, but we make more of them now. More clothes equals more profit.
You sound like the people who run our business to the ground. You say, I'm sure our ancestors are proud. But how can you be proud when you're swapping our business's principles for profit? And you won't even say it started in Huddersfield.
The town is bustling, says the newspaper headlines, yet my father's shop stands still. Business is booming, shouts the paper boy, yet I haven't seen a pittance. There's all talk of this new department store, where my family stand invisible, drowned out by new materials and supplies that are copied on demand. What happened to quality over quantity and heart over price tag? Is this what life's going to be like now? The odd customer coming in for some ribbon, my skills no longer needed, as Selfridges take over like a virus. My father puts on a brave face. I see his heartbreak. His livelihood ruined as his profits are sterling. We were once the shiny new shopping town, but no one wants our local services. So we sit. As dusk gathers, and the needle is no longer thread. I hate what our town has become. No longer made by the people, but made for the greedy. As the rich get richer and the poor get poorer. But business is booming, says the papers. But it's booming for Selfridges instead. Yet my heart is full, and I'm ready for battle. I won't just stand here and look pretty, like the mannequins in the window. My shop is worth fighting for. So I open the door and greet with a smile, not showing the hunger or weary eyes. For I must show the town is bustling, even if I have to work twice as hard for a living.
One,
2,
3,
4,
5,
6,
7, 8,
9,
10 cotton t-shirts.
brand, boohoo.
Location, Leicester, England.
Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Hannah Marie Wilson and so many people have asked me to start a YouTube channel now, like 2 people. Like, calm down guys, you are getting obsessed with me now, but I decided to do what the fans want and do an all about me, because it's obvious that you guys need to know all about me. So as I said previously, my name is Hannah Marie Wilson. I'm 18, I'm from Huddersfield in West Yorkshire, and I'm a Libra. I own a small company, not small for long, it's called Sparkle by Hannah, and I basically buy plain t-shirts and I add my own special sparkle to them and then sell them for $25.99 each, which, that is so cheap. Like, you are not going to find cheaper anywhere else. Like, not my quality, mine are so good, you are not going to find cheaper anywhere else. Another fact is I live at home with my mum and my two little cockapoos, Lily and Charlie. They are the cutest little things. Another fact is I work alone. I mean, sometimes I get my friend Leah to like promote me on her Instagram because she has 25,000 followers, but it's mostly just me. I mean, as a Libra, I am meant to be really good at sharing, but I'm actually pretty individualistic. Like, most people don't know this about me, but like, I'm not selfish. I just kind of love having everything all to myself. Then another fact is the current pandemic, the coronavirus pandemic, is really helping my business. Like, people do this thing where they buy like one t-shirt and then they wear it once and then they like get rid of it. And so all the shops are closed, so people are just like rushing to online retailers like mine. And I am getting so rich. I love it. Another fact about me is I'm an influencer. Yes, I do consider myself an influencer because as soon as I post a photo, people are like rushing to my shop and being like, I want to be like you, I want to be you, and who wouldn't, to be fair. But people are just like obsessed with me, honestly. I think my biggest influence, #inspo, is Kylie Jenner. She is an angel. Like, she does so much for the world. She just never ever stops giving, and I think that's beautiful. I'd love to be like her one day. And before I forget, don't forget to use my influencer code #sparkle20 for 20% off your next order from Kylie Cosmetics. I am so excited to be part of this brand deal, so go and use it. I'll see you guys later. Kisses. Mwah. So I usually wake up like really early, like 10, maybe 11 o'clock.
I get up at 4 a.m. to make sure I arrive at the factory before my workers, who arrive at 5:55.
I've got like so much work to do every day. Like, I've got to take photos, find a good filter, find a good caption, and then just watch the lights come like pouring in.
I make sure the morning whistle goes off at 5:30. I don't want anyone to be late for work.
I'd say I work really hard. I get like 2, maybe 3 orders done in a day.
We have quotas to meet. So from 5:55, when the machines start, I walk around my factory making sure everything is how it should be. There is no time for slacking on the machines.
I work on my own, it's just me. I mean, I did have a friend working for me, but I sent her my discount code and she like didn't post it, so like, obviously I blocked her.
I know I work my employees hard, but I'm fighting for a better future for them. That's why I don't employ children. They should be getting an education.
I would say I want to go to university in the future to do a fashion degree, but it's pretty obvious that I already know like everything there is to know about fashion, so.
Every day I try to learn and educate myself so I can continue to do the best for my workers and be the fairest mill owner in Huddersfield.
One day I can imagine my face on billboards, Sparkle by Hannah, because like, who wouldn't want to look at that all day? But like, I'll probably have so many orders by then that I'll have to like send it to another country and they can just like do it for me.
I pride myself on producing the highest quality material. Only the best comes out of this mill. We're proud to carry the label Made in Huddersfield.
I wake up at 4 a.m. every morning except Sundays, the day off. At 5 a.m, the morning whistle blows to wake up my workers. A second whistle blows at 5:30 to let my workers know to be here in 25 minutes. And at 55 a.m, the machinery starts. I have absolutely no tolerance for anyone being late, and if they are consistently late, I may have to fire them. At noon, I give my workers a 55-minute dinner time. The children play games such as tag, and a snack cart with Coca-Cola and candies is also given out. My workers restart working at 12:55 p.m. and finish their day at 6. I provide houses and a school for my workers, and no child under 10 can work here. I like to give my workers the best conditions I can. I started working in a mill before I owned this one, so I know how important it is for workers to like their job. I always wanted to own my own mill, and now I do. I hope it's as successful as I wanted it to be.
The shirt is old.
But it lasted. It was made very well.
It's still soft to touch, the stitching remains intact.
The material feels as though it was expensive.
And the colour hasn't faded too much.
I read the label and it says,
Made in Huddersfield.
Every day it's the same thing when I work at Amazon. I get up, go to work at 7, leave work at 7, then go to bed. I stack large boxes and drive huge forklift trucks. Every day it's always up and down constantly. My back's giving in, and I'm a shell of my former self. Your pay, which is measly, gets cut if you talk to other employees, or if you're standing still, not running up and down constantly. But then, a lot of people in my position, they've got no other option but to work here. The machines are humming, whirring and beeping. It gives you a headache. The machines basically run me, always knowing where I'm at and telling me to do more and more. They say that the machines will take over one day, but I don't mind if it means I'll be out of this horrific job. I used to have a good job, making cars, but when the factory shut down, I lost my way of life. I had no money, no one to fall back on, just renting a filthy flat. Then, when the Amazon Centre opened up, I thought, this job might be alright. What was I doing?
Not much has changed then, eh?
Who are you?
Oh, well, I'm not really sure how I got here, and I'm not really sure who you are either, but if there's one thing I do know, it's that organisations and companies will always put profit over hard-working staff, such as yourself.
Well, that's true, but if I ask for a raise or I quit my job, I'll either have to they'll either increase my workload or I'll have to sign on to benefits.
Benefits? Well, that doesn't sound too bad to me, but I understand you want to work. Where is it that you're working? In the mills, down the pits?
Not exactly. I work in a big warehouse for a company called Amazon.
Right. What's the owner like?
The owner's net worth is $181 billion. Yeah, I know, it's a lot of money, but he gives a lot of people a job and he keeps a lot of people employed.
Well, what's the job like?
Well, you stand in one spot for 12 hours and you make sure the robots scan the parcels and you make sure that the robots push the items along the conveyor belt.
Robots.
Yeah, you know, like machines that do the job.
Machines, at it again, taking hard-working people's jobs. You know, you ought to do what me and my friends did and smash those machines up. Stand up for your rights. There's a certain sense of calm when you thread the needle, stitch the seam, or pull out the loose ends. My life, my craft, my purpose. Cost and speed take priority though, always, over blood, sweat and tears. The clang and smash of mechanical monsters that churn out their identical products that meet the quotas. I fear I've been pulled from the craft like a loose end. I am excess, and I am ripped away from the big picture, undone at the joints. Replaced, I live penniless in the dirt. My chance at hope and recovery is so small that I would need to be able to see through the eye of a needle. Yes, the eye of a needle to find it. But it's been years. I'm out of practice, and I doubt much lies on the other side. The well-to-do proprietor rolled in the big machines, tore my bleeding, weaving heart apart at the seams. My craft became an industry of coal and smoke and steam. I wish I could just pull a thread and unravel the whole thing.
I wear the same clothes day in, day out.
I don't know what fast fashion is, but I don't really care either.
I just want coronavirus to go away so I can get a job and depend on myself.
Work, work, work I do. There ain't no other way out.
My family stand invisible, drowned out by the new materials and supplies copied on demand.
Clothes we sell are made from the finest, rarest materials.
Remember to use my influencer code, guys. Sparkle20.
I try to give my workers the best conditions I can.
The owner's net worth is $181 billion.
My life, my craft, my purpose.